in that, just before the sleep, when we make the suggestion of prayer, or sleep with a prayerful heart, immersed in love for God, then sleep itself changes its nature. It becomes so sweet. It becomes very, I think, most enjoyable sleep. It becomes a very deep kind of a sleep. I will tell you why, first of all, the thought arises. They're irrelevant thoughts. Buffalo is running here, some cricket game is going on somewhere. You just watched a TV with some movie and all the actors and things like, the dialogues goes on in your mind during meditation. That is not your creation, something, but you have participated in something and it will haunt you for some time until, on its own, it naturally is forgotten. Okay. Now coming back to certain thoughts, why do the thoughts arise in the first place anyway? There are abhyasis who after years of practice, they come to me and say, oh, is there something wrong with me now? I'm not able to think anymore. Even when they consciously try to think, no thoughts are coming. So there is another scenario or another difficulty that we have, and it must be understood properly. Now, let us understand how the thought took hold of us in the first place. How did they become part of us in the first place? For example, if I am arguing with someone on a small matter, now when that argument is taken to the heart, and heart is so much impressed with this argument, you either don't dislike it completely or you feel like taking an action because you don't agree with it, or both. It has gone too deep, too far in argument. So this will settle down in our subconscious also. And after some time, we forget about it. Nevertheless, it is still hidden in the subconscious, which is not healthy for a mind. Though thought is there, but it is hiding in the subconscious. When we meditate, when pranahuti is trying to take us deeper into the subconscious, we face that particular impression of that action of argument buried in the form of impression. When we come in touch with that, it is resurfacing again. And when it is resurfaced, it comes back as the way it had entered earlier. So it's very simple. More and more thoughts coming means more and more impressions are going out. If we remain gently reminding ourselves that yes, I am meditating in my heart on the presence of the source within, or the light emanating from that source, it's in my heart. That should be enough. It does not matter you get 10 thoughts or 100 thoughts or just one thought or no thought. Idea is to remain glued on to this focus that yes, divine presence is there in my heart. And slowly this idea or the thought moves away and becomes an experience or a feeling of the divine essence inside the heart. Well, take one step at a time. So when you have meditated in the morning, try to hold on to the spiritual state you have just acquired this morning. In the evening, ensure that what you felt in the morning at least is intact. try to create that simplicity and purity in the heart with the process which we have been teaching, how to rejuvenate ourselves by removing certain impressions. And make use of those hours where we remain talking with people, or when we are sleeping, or while we are having meals. These 3-4 things that we do, which may not sound spiritually productive, like when you are talking to someone, or while you are taking meals, or when in the sleep. Generally, it is thought that these are useless activities. But no. Food, though we are taking it for our nourishment, physical nourishment, we can make use of this activity of eating food. But if we partake this food in remembrance of your spiritual state, spiritual condition, then the effect will be even better. When you are in a happy state of mind, and when you partake food, I think it has a different impact than a person who is angry and shouting at his wife or shouting at his mother and taking food. I think it is almost like taking a poison. While discussing with someone, if that cheerfulness is not there, happiness is not there, compassion is not there in that dialogue or discussion, then it is as bad. Now, what sort of a discussion are we going to have when we lose a temper and express our thoughts and ideas? So, we need to reinvent our ways how to communicate with each other. There should be gentleness. There should not be the artificiality. There should not be the idea of impressing someone. It should be natural, the way it comes from the heart. Well, often we come across such situations. But the best thing is to take a deep breath. And I have found that when you breathe with the left nostril, you should take a right thumb, close your right nostril, and breathe with the left nostril 10 times. Your anger will go away.